Hi, my name is Tabby Jones-Wallaber, and I am so excited. We are going to talk about MasterPal today. This is a training series that is intended to shape the behaviors and belief systems of exemplar communication partners of those who use AAC. MasterPal is an acronym. We all know that modeling is a really key component of supporting individuals to learn their AAC systems, but there are things that we can do to make interactions as naturalistic and engaging and motivating as possible. And those are the things we're going to talk about today. M is for motivate. A, accept multiple modalities. S, statements more than questions. T is for time, and this includes both wait time and time for growth and language development. E, engage naturally. R, response not required. And then we get into the PAL, presume potential, appropriate prompting, and let the child lead. But Master PAL clearly has a double meaning. When someone is a master, they're skilled, they're talented, they have competence in their area of expertise, and a pal is a friend. So this is really a bid for us to be skilled companions and communication partners. A friend is someone you want to spend time with and want to engage with. There are two essential understandings that underpin MasterPal. The first among these is that communication is not compliance. We're really looking at those behaviors, belief systems, our practices, and our language, and how they impact the dynamic of interactions. We want to support autonomous communicators, communicators who feel that their unique voice is being heard. It also holds that everyone is a communicator. We use lots of modalities, verbal and nonverbal, but we all have something to say. It's innate to our human experience. The second underpinning is that teaching AAC is not intuitive. It is often said, just use the device, just model, just point to the symbols. And that is not as easily said as done more often than not. So we're going to explore topics about why imitation is not really what we're going for. We really want authentic voices. It looks at the fact that many interactions are goal-oriented rather than relationship-focused, and we really want to focus on that relationship. We look at the fact that communication is transactional, so communication partners are a huge part of this equation. We're looking at how we can strike a balance between not dominating the conversation and also not putting the full burden of the conversation on the individual who uses AAC. Intrinsic motivation is also really, really key and important, so we're going to take a look at that as well. So what's in the box? MasterPal is a Google folder, and here's the link right here. Inside the Google folder, there are getting started materials, so you can get an overview of MasterPal. There is a Google slide for each module, as well as a handout. There's a folder of supplemental resources, but this right here is the facilitator guideline. And this, I think, is where the greatest value, perhaps, of MasterPal comes. So inside, the facilitator guideline is really intended so that anyone invested in this conversation can take these materials and lead a conversation, lead a discussion, lead a training. It includes warm-up discussions. There are slide-by-slide talking points for the Google slide. Also links to supplemental handouts. And then if there are additional activities such as video links or interactive activities or extension resources, those are also included in the facilitator guideline. Really, no expert is needed. If you are invested in this conversation and understand the basic principles, which really are laid out for you, then you can share this information with others. So we are going to explore these modules, just a snapshot of each of the modules, and we're going to do it in a couple different, there's some broader topics that they fall under. So Speak AAC is the first that we will explore, and this looks at model and time in terms of language development. Empower communication includes presume potential, motivate, and accept multiple modalities. Engage them explores statements more than questions and response not required. Shape the interaction will include wait time, appropriate prompting, and let the child lead. And then we'll finish by synthesizing MasterPal. Engage naturally pulls many of the elements of the other modules together. And then we'll also take a moment to just consider the learning that can happen through this process and how we might plan and prioritize how to apply and use MasterPal. So I want to leave you with one final thought, and that is this. Relationship building is a pedagogical strategy. So we relationship building is so important for learning. Clearly, just by the title Master Pal, that is, that is conveyed. But the relationships that we build through communication, communication is really about connection. Um, First and foremost. So we want to really put that at the center. But I also think that Master Pal becomes a journey for those who participate um, within our school communities, within our broader neighborhood-based communities, within the communities that we have with those that we're supporting. It's important that we're there, that we can travel this journey and have others to support us along the way.